talk about multiplication and division of number bases. Okay, so the first question example is very simple. The first question we're going to look at is 212 base 3 times 201 base 3. Now, this method I'm going to use is when they are in the same base. If they are not in the same base, you do your normal thing. Convert each of them to base 10 and do your whatever you want to do. Okay? So since they are in the same base, so let's go. I have my 212 and 201. Remember the method we use in multiplication when you are in primary school. Don't forget. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 2, 2. You start with 0. 0 times 2, 0. 0 times 1, 0. 0 times 2, 0. Finally, you start from 2. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Okay? So let us add. Bring down 2. This plus this, 1. This plus this is 6. I cannot write 6 because it's in base 3. So let me share. 3 divide. I'm having 2 remainder 0. I'll write my remainder 0. Carry the 2 and put it here. Okay? So what do you have now? 2 plus 2, 4. I cannot write 4. Do the same thing. 2 divide. 1 remainder 1. Right? I'll write the 1 that is the remainder. Carry the other 1 and put here to be 5. This plus this 5. Can I write 5? No. 5. 3 divide. 1 remainder 2. So I'll write my remainder 2 and carry the other 1 to this side. So my answer becomes 121012. 121012. So my answer is now 121012 base 3. As simple as that. So let's take another question. They said evaluate. They say evaluate 111 base 2 raised to power 2. Okay? Very simple. Anything raised to power 2 means that in times itself. So I have 111 times. The same method, 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. I'm done with this. Start with the next one in the middle. 1 times 1. Start under it. 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. The last one, 1 times 1. Under it, 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 1, 1. So let us add. Bring down 1. 1 plus 1, 2. We cannot write 2 because they are in base 2. You say 2. 2 divided by 2, 0. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Remainder 0. So I'll write my remainder 0. Carry that 1 and put here. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. So I'm having 4. 2 divide. 2. Remainder what? 0. I'm writing my 0 and carry my remainder here. 2. Okay? 2 plus this, 4 again. And 4 is still 0. Remainder what? 2. Put it here. 2 plus this, 3. Which is 1. Remainder 1. Bring that 1 here. So my answer is now 110001 base 2. So very simple and short. So let's take 2 more questions from there. We enter division. Okay. So the next question, number 3. Number 3 said, find the product. Find the product. You know, product means times. Product of find the product of. When did I see that question? Find the product of 213 base 6 and 24 base 6. Very simple. 213, 24. The same method. 2 times 4. 4 times 3, 12. I write to carry 1. Put it here. 4 times 1, 4. Plus that 1, 5. Bring it down, 5. I know you have forgotten this thing because it's in primary school. 4 times this, 8. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Let's add. Bring down 2. This plus this is 11. I cannot write 11 because it's in base 6. I will say 11 divided by 6, which is 1 remainder 5. So I'm writing that 5 as my remainder. Carry that 1 and put it here. This plus this is 10 plus 1, 11 again, which is 5 remainder 1. So 1 plus this is 5 again. So my answer is 5, 5, 5, 2. 5, 5, 5, 2. So how did I get that answer? Hmm. 24. This is the answer, 5552. But they are not getting the same thing. So where is the problem from? This is the answer. Let's try it again. This time this is 12. Okay, I'm in the multiplication. Just use your normal base 10. But when you're adding, use your normal base 6. Okay. So 4 times this 12. You write 2, carry 1. 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5. 4 times 2, 8. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Bring down this. This plus this is 11. And 11 is 6. That is 1 remainder 5. 11 again, 1 remainder 5. This is the answer. This is the answer. Okay. So the next thing we are going to look at is okay. So let's look at the division. Let's look at division. Now in division, we cannot divide it this way. What we do is to convert them first. Convert them to base 10, then divide. After dividing, convert it back to that base 6. Okay? Or base anything that they ask you to convert it to. So the first question here said evaluate 11110 base 2 divided by 110 base 2. Okay, so the first thing we do is to convert them to base 10. So 11110 base 2 is equal to what? 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2. Okay, so what do you have now? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is 1 times 64, 64, plus 1 times 8, 8, plus 1 times 4, 4, plus 1 times 2, 2, plus 0 times 1, 0. So I'm having 64 plus 4 is 68. 68 plus 2, 70. 70 plus 8, 78. I'm having 78 base 10. Okay, so it's being divided by 110 base 2. And 110 base 2 means 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2. You have your 0, 1, 2. Okay, 4 times 1, 4 plus 5. 1 times 2, 2 plus 0 times anything, 0. So everything here is giving me 6 base 10. So I will now say 78 divided by 6. 78 divided by 6 will give you. How did I get 78? Sorry, this is 16, not 64. The blood of Jesus. 64. 64 plus this is 16 plus this 20, 30. So everything is 30. God. So 30 divided by this is what? 5. And this 5 is in base 10. So let's convert 5. So we have gotten our answer in base 10. So take it back to that base 2 to have your answer. So 2 divide. You have 2 remainder 1. 2 divide. 1 remainder 0. 2 divide. 0 remainder 1. So my answer is now 101 base 5. As simple as that. So that is how you do for any other number. Even if it's in base 2, base 3. So you have to take them to 5, then to 10, to base 10. Then after dividing, convert it back to the normal base. Okay, that is for divide. So let's take some small questions. Number 1 question we are going to look at miscellaneous question, that is equation, number basis. in equation form. Okay, number basis in equation form. Okay, number basis in equation form. Number 1 said 23 base n is equal to 1111 base 2. Find n. Now the only thing we need to do is to convert everything to base 10. And how do you convert to base 10? By saying 2 times n plus 3 times n. You have 0 and 1 is equal to, convert this one, 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus last one 1 times 2. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3. So here n to the raised power 1 is empty. 2 times this will give me 2n plus n to the raised power 0 is 1. 3 times 1, I'm having 3 here, is equal to, here is 8. 8 times 1, 8, plus here is 4. 4 times 1, 4, plus here is 2, and here is 1. Okay, so what do I have now? 2n plus 3 is equal to 10, 15 is equal to 15, right? So which means 2n is equal to what? 15 minus 3. So 2n is equal to 12. So n is equal to 12 divided by 2, which is what? 6. As simple as that. So the next question, I can clean here. Number 2. I hope you understood this one. Number 2 said if 34 base 5 is equal to 23 base x, we should find x. The same method. Convert everything to base 10 by saying 3 times 5 plus 4 times 5, 0 and 1 is equal to 2 times x plus 3 times x, 0 and 1. So I'm having 15 plus 4, because 0 raised power 5 raised power 0 is 1. 4 times 1, 4. Okay, is equal to 2x plus 3, because x raised power 0 is 1. 3 times 1, 3. So collect like terms, I'm going to have 19 minus 3 is equal to 2x. Okay, 19 minus 3 will give me, is it 16? Is equal to 2x. So x is equal to what? 16 by 2, which is what? 8. Okay, so the next one I can clean here. So let's go into the one that will lead to maybe simultaneous equation. So I have 244 base n is equal to 1022 base 4. Okay, so let us find this. So I'm having 2 times n plus 4 times n plus 4 times n is equal to 1 times 4 plus 0 times 4 plus 2 times 4 plus finally 2 times 4. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. So okay, this is 2 times n squared is 2n squared plus 4n plus 4. Because n raised power 0 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Is equal to, here is 64 times 1, 64, plus 0 times anything is 0, plus 2 times this is 8, plus 2 times 1 is 2. So I'm having 2n squared plus 4n plus 4 is equal to this is 10. 10 plus 64 is 74. So bring this one to this side to have 2n squared plus 4n plus 4 minus 74 is equal to 0. So what do I have now? 2n squared plus 4n minus 70 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. So we are going to solve it by either factorization method. Is going to be factorizable. So let us factorize. If you don't know how to solve factorization method of quadratic equation, please go to my video on quadratic equation. You can get that. So I have 270, 710, 2, 5, 5, 1. So I'm looking for 4 times 14 and 10. Okay, so I've gotten it. So 2n squared, okay, plus 14n minus 10n minus 70 is equal to 0. If you don't understand how I got it, please go to my video on quadratic equation. So I'm having 2n bracket n plus 7 equal to 0 minus 10. Okay, so I'm having n plus 7 and 2n minus 10 is 0. So therefore n plus 7 is 0, or 2n minus 10 is 0. So therefore n is equal to 7, or n is equal to 10 divided by 2, which is what? 5. So sorry, minus 7 here. Now, but number base cannot be in negative, so it cannot be negative, so therefore my n is just 5. So that is that. So let's solve one more question from that, and then we are good to go. Okay, so let's solve one more question from that. Okay, so the next question we're going to look at here says okay, I'm having 1, 2, 4 base n is equal to 2, 3, 2 base 5. The same method, it doesn't change. So I have 1 times n plus 2 times n plus 4 times n, 0, 1, 2 is equal to 2 times 5 plus 3 times 5 plus 2 times 5, 0, 1, 2. So I'm having n squared plus 2n plus 4 is equal to 25, 5 times 5, 25 times 2, 50, plus 15 plus 2. So I'm having that n squared plus 2n plus 4 is equal to, this is 50, 60, 65, 67, 67. So collect this one to this side. I'm having n squared plus 2n plus 4 minus 67 is equal to 0. So I'm having n squared plus 2n minus 63 is equal to 0. So 63, 3 divide 21, 3 divide 7, 7 divide 1. So I'm having 9 and 7. So which is what? N squared plus 9n minus 7n, okay, minus 63 is equal to 0. So I'm having n plus 9, n here, okay, minus 7 here, n plus 9 is equal to 0. So which means, let me finish it up here. So which means I'm having n plus 9 and n minus 7 is 0. So what does it mean? That n plus 9 is 0, or n minus 7 is 0. So therefore n is equal to minus 9, or n is equal to 7. So but n cannot be negative, so therefore n is equal to 7. As simple as that. So let's solve two more questions, and then we are good to go. We are done with everything in number system. So this one said 44n plus 55n plus 121, okay, is equal to 121n. We should find n. Now we are going to solve this in two ways. Okay, the first way is by solving it with this normal method, converting everybody to the equation form, and then solve. Okay, let me just solve it with two ways. The first method I'm going to solve it with is the normal method we are using here, which is what? 4 times n plus 4 times n, 0 and 1, plus 5 times n plus 5 times n, 0 and 1, is equal to 1 times n plus 2 times n plus 1 times n, 0, 1, 2. So here I'm having 4 times this, 4n plus 4 plus 5n plus 5 is equal to n squared plus 2n plus 1. So let me take everybody to the other side. I'm going to have, okay, this and this will give me 9n plus 9 is equal to n squared plus 2n plus 1. So let me take everybody to this side. I'm having n squared plus 2n plus 1. This one cross, I'm having minus 9n. This one cross, I'm having minus 9 is equal to 0. So what do I have now? N squared, this and this will give you minus 7n. This and this will give you minus 7 is equal to 0. So what do we have here? sorry, minus 8. This and this is minus 8. So I'm having so this is n squared minus 7, sorry, minus 8n minus n, sorry, plus n minus 8 is equal to 0. This is quadratic equation. So I'm just factorizing. So I'm having n bracket n minus 8, n minus 8. I'm having plus 1 here is equal to 0. So let me finish it up. If I finish it up, I'm going to have n minus 8 and n plus 1 is equal to 0. Obviously, my answer is 8 because n cannot be negative. So n minus 8 is equal to 0, or n plus 1 is equal to 0. So therefore, n is equal to 8 or n is equal to minus 1. But n cannot be negative, therefore our n is what? 8. But instead of solving it with this long method, look at another method you can use. That former method we used in addition. So you say 44 plus what? 55. Alright, let us add normally. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. And the remainder I'm having, anything you're having here is just remainder. The remainder I'm having here is what? 1. So I cannot write 9 here. So what do I divide by 9 so that the remainder can be 1? It is just 8. 8 divided by this is 1, remainder 1. And this remainder corresponds with this last answer here. So therefore, they are all in base 8. You see the same answer. So this one is shorter. I think you can use this one for anyone in this form. Okay? For anyone in this form. Since they are the same thing throughout. Okay, so the next thing we are going to look at is this one. Look at this one. This one said, they said 52 raised to power x. Sorry, 52 base x minus 24 base x is equal to 25 base x. Okay, we will try to solve it with the same two ways. So the normal method we are supposed to solve it is what? 5 times x plus 2 times x, 0 and 1, minus, this minus is very powerful. Open bracket, please, because minus is very powerful. You have what? 2 times x plus 4 times x, 0 and 1, close the bracket, is equal to 2 times x plus 5 times x, 0 and 1. Okay, so let us continue. So I'm having 5 times x, 5x plus anything raised to power 0 is 1. 2 times this is 2, minus bracket, this time this, 2x plus 4, okay, is equal to 2x plus 5. Okay, so open the bracket with the minus to have 5x plus 2. This and this will give you minus 2x. This and this will give you minus 4. Is equal to 2x plus 5. Okay, collect items, all the x one side. So I'm having 5x minus 2x. This one come here to give you another minus 2x is equal to 5 is already here. This one plus I have plus 4. This one plus I have minus 2. So this will give you just x. This minus this is 3x, minus this will just give you s. So this and this will give you 9. 9 minus 2 is what? 7. So we got our answer is as what? 7. Now, let us try to solve it with the other method. The other method said 52 minus 24. Okay? In fact, if minus is going to confuse you, look at what you will do. They say 52 base x minus 24 base x is equal to what? 25 base x. In fact, carry this minus to this side. It means 52 base x is equal to 25 base x plus 24 base x. Work with this plus. This plus will be easier for you. So write it down. 25 and 24. Let's add. This plus this will give me 9. And they did not write 9, they wrote 2. So what will you divide by 9 so that the remainder will be 2? And it's just 7. Because 7 divided by this is 1. Remainder what? Remainder 2. Are you getting it? So since the remainder is 2, it means that the base is simply 7. So and we got the same thing as 7. So that is that. Maybe I'll give you an assignment. Let me take my time, okay? Let me give you an assignment and then we are done with number basis. Please subscribe and share to your friends and enemies if you have anyone. But God will not allow us. Assignment. Number 1 assignment said 173 base n is equal to 80 what? 81. Remember that if anything, if the base is missing, is base 10. So since this one is already 81 in base 10, no need to convert. The only one we are converting is this one. Okay, number 2. Number 2 said 23 in base x. Okay, we have solved that one. Okay, this one said 124 in base x is equal to 7 bracket 14 in base x. Okay, so just convert this one. Once you are done, multiply everything by that 7. It's very simple. So number 3. Okay, this one said y base 2 all squared is equal to 2211 base 3 minus 220 base 4. Now convert this one to base 10. I hope you know how to convert to base 10. Then square it. Y squared, converting it to base 10 means what? Y times 2. This is 0. So what do you have? Anything raised power 0 is 1. Don't forget that it has square. It has square. So it will be what? Anything raised power 0 is 1. 2 times y times 1 is y squared. So here is simply y squared. Okay. So okay, so that is your assignment. Okay, look at another question. Let me solve these last two questions, then I will close. Okay, don't forget that that's your assignment. Look at this question. This one said 243x base 5 is equal to 336. Okay, 366. Now this 366 is not in any base. So they say we should find x. Since it's not in any base, we know that it's base 10. So this is the only one I'll convert. I'll say 2 times 5 plus 4 times 5 plus 3 times 5 plus x times 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3 is equal to 336. So what do we have? This is 125. 125 times 2 will give you 250. Here is 250 plus 25 times 4 is 100. 100 plus 15 plus anything raised power 0 is 1. 1 times x is equal to 336. So collect items. This is 300, 315. So 365. So 365. 365 plus x is equal to 366. Sorry, this is 66. So therefore my x is what? 366 minus 365. So my x is equal to 1. You see, very, very simple. So that is that. So thank you very much for watching. Look at, I saw one beautiful question. You can look at it and drop the answer in the comment section. I saw this beautiful question. They said 10x minus 11 brackets 1 plus x over 10 is equal to 101. Find x and leave your answer in base 2. Find x and leave your answer in base 2. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, please.